It all began on a peaceful winter in the Leaf Village, years after Naruto and Hinata's wedding. Inside the house, Hinata calmly knitted a scarf while snow fell outside. On the other side of the window, Naruto practiced taijutsu, determined as always, trying to improve his skills even after so many years of peace. But what really caught the eye at that moment was not the training, but the hurried footsteps coming from behind it. Boruto and Himawari running to play in the snow with their father. A happy, united, simple family. Something rare in the life of a ninja. At that time, Himawari was so small that she could barely speak properly. She was only 3 years old and lived mixing up words, babbling incomplete sentences, but always with a huge smile on her face. And even so, her sweetness was already evident. Boruto and Himawari grew up in an environment where love and affection were abundant. Naruto and Hinata did their best to balance ninja life with family life, creating memories that the two siblings would never forget. No one imagined that all of that warmth, that peace, would be so brutally taken from them in the future. But before the chaos, there was innocence. Himawari, even as a child, already demonstrated an impressive maturity. Every gesture, every word, every look was pure, sincere. Her name, Himawari, means sunflower, and that was no coincidence. From the very first moment, she illuminated the places she went, just like the flower that follows the sun. The first striking scene of her life in the manga, in fact, shows exactly that. Himawari placing sunflowers on the grave of Neji, the hero who died saving her mother. She was just a child, but she understood the meaning of gratitude and respect. Even so, no one imagined what was hidden inside her. Not even Naruto, not even Hinata, not even the Hyuga clan. No one knew that. Himawari carried within her a power capable of disturbing even the most feared beings in the ninja world. This power would reveal itself for the first time on the day Naruto became Hokage. Boruto, as impatient as ever, argued with Himawari and ended up destroying her favorite toy. The girl became so angry that something ruptured inside her. Her eyes turned white, the veins in, the corners expanded, and she activated the Byakugan for the first time in her life, without any training. It was an unbelievable feat. Hiyashi Hyuga, the absolute leader of the clan and one of the greatest experts of the dojutsu, was shocked, but the unbelievable didn't stop there. Himawari, overcome by childish rage, landed such a powerful blow on Naruto that she knocked down the Hokage in a single attack. Naruto and Kurama together knocked out by a 3-year-old girl. At the time, everyone thought it was a humorous moment, a comic relief. But as the years passed, it became clear that it wasn't a joke. It was the first glimpse of the true strength hidden within her. And unlike her brother Boruto, who had difficulty controlling his impulses, Himawari grew up always trying to understand everyone. While Boruto created problems to get Naruto's attention, Himawari always tried not to worry anyone. Her heart was too big, too kind, and this won over even those who normally despised humans like Shukaku, the one-tailed tanuki. When Shukaku appeared in miniature form after a mission, Himawari immediately took a liking to him, cared for him, protected him. And when he was in danger, she activated the Byakugan again to save him. Even the proud Shukaku, who always hated humans, was touched. Little by little, he began to treat her with respect, and even with affection. But despite all this light, the fate of the Uzumaki is never easy. Everything began to crumble. On Himawari's birthday, Naruto had promised to be present, especially since he had already failed Boruto years before. Boruto, genuinely worried about his sister, insisted that his father not break his promise. But during the party, when Naruto appeared with the cake in his hands, Himawari smiled with joy until the clone disappeared. The cake fell, Boruto became furious, and Himawari, although sad, tried to understand. Even hurt, she didn't explode, she didn't scream, she didn't complain. She understood, as always. But this would only be the first sign that the Uzumaki family's life was about to crumble. When Momoshiki and Kinshiki attacked Earth, Naruto sacrificed himself to save his village, and Himawari, seeing Hinata gravely injured trying to stop them from taking her father, cried. clinging to her mother's unconscious body that marked her soul forever. While Boruto went through his journey of evolution after the attack, Himawari remained firm, silent, bearing her own pain without creating a burden for anyone. While Boruto faced Momoshiki and received the Kama, Himawari prayed in the hospital for her mother to survive. But fate still had much more in store for her. The arrival of Kawaki would change absolutely everything. Kawaki was unstable, traumatized, furious, and on the very first day, he broke the vase that Himawari had lovingly made for Hinata. The girl cried for real, and that hit Kawaki like an arrow. He tried to fix the vase day after day. Himawari saw this, and for the first time saw the heart of the boy who would, in time, become her brother. Their bond was truly born when Delta attacked the Uzumaki house. In a moment of desperation, Delta tried to hit Himawari with a deadly laser. Naruto stepped in front, but it was Kawaki who impulsively took the biggest step of his life. He threw himself between the attack and his family, and lost his arm to save Naruto and Himawari. That fixed within her heart a deep fraternal love. Kawaki, just like Boruto, was now someone she would protect with her life. But the ninja life never fails to exact its price. Fearing that the Otsutsuki threat would return, Kawaki made the cruelest and most desperate decision of his life. He used the Daikokuten to imprison Naruto and Hinata in another dimension where time does not exist. He did this to protect them, but in Himawari's eyes, the result was devastating. She arrived home and found Jonin scattered around the living room. The family portrait, broken, silence, emptiness. She didn't know it yet, but at that moment, she had lost her father and mother. She had become an orphan. And as if that wasn't cruel enough, Ida's omnipotence power altered the memory of the entire planet. Now everyone believed that Kawaki was Naruto's biological son, and Boruto was the stranger who had been adopted, and also the criminal responsible for the death of his parents. Himawari lost her father, mother, and brother, and she spent years living alone in the Uzumaki house, insisting that her parents would return one day, until fate decided to reveal the truth about her. At 13 years old, Himawari already showed natural talent in taijutsu and shuriken throwing, but what no one, absolutely no one, imagined was that she was about to become the target of the most powerful being of the present day, Jura. Jura, the original human Shinju, superior even to Boruto and Kawaki, followed the chakra of a Bijuu. He believed he was following Naruto, but upon arriving in Konoha, he found Himawari. Why did she emanate Bijuu chakra? The answer came in a terrifying way. Jura attacked, trapping Himawari with Mokuton and almost devouring her. Team Inoshikacho did their best to defend her, but they were completely outnumbered. Himawari fainted in the process. And then, Kurama herself. Within her mind, in the silent void of consciousness, someone appeared before her. The nine-tailed fox, the most powerful being among all the Bijuu, stood before Himawari as if returning home. Kurama explained that the Bijuu are reborn, but that their return would only happen centuries, perhaps millennia after their death. However, something had accelerated this process beyond explanation. Himawari. The girl had such a gigantic affinity with Kurama that her mere existence acted as the catalyst for rebirth. Kurama made it clear, "You and I are one now, but don't depend on me. The power is yours. You decide if she lives or dies."